and welcome to EBAday 2022 in Vienna. I'm Hannah Wallace, and with me now is Jarkko Turunen from Tietoevry, and we're talking about increasing payments resilience and building contingency. Jarkko, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us today. This is a really interesting topic.
Thank you.
Really good to have you in the studio. So yes, as I say, interesting topic and one that's at the centre of a lot of discussions over the course of the event. But I want to first ask, what has brought the subject of contingency right to the forefront of our minds? Why is it so important today?
Yes, so we are observing new kinds of threats. So we have cyber security threats, and of course the geopolitical situation is quite urgent at the moment as well. And that has also changed the discussion quite a bit. So if we look like 20, even maybe 10 years ago, then the contingency in payments was primarily a bank internal concern about the IT systems and protecting them against different kind of outages with duplication and things like that. But now with the world becoming more and more complex and these external events becoming more complicated, then the discussion is also shifting from the internal IT capability to more like how do you protect your business capability and secure you can continue the business.
All right, thank you very much for setting the scene for us there. And within those conversations, we hear a lot about the concept of sheltered harbour, but for those that don't know, perhaps you could enlighten us about the concept. What does it mean? And also, what does it mean for financial institutions?
Yes, so as a sailor, I'm very familiar with the concept of sheltered harbour. I mean, when the weather is really bad, you really wish you are in the sheltered harbour. But that's where I think the metaphor misses the point a bit, because the bad weather can hit you also when you are actually out there sailing, and then you still need to keep going. You reef your sails, you steer to a bit more safer direction. You might not get there as fast as you planned for, but still you're going forward. And that's the same with payments. You still need to have some capability, and that's better to have that rather than no capability at all. Sure. And if we think about what does it mean from bank's perspective, you need to think what are the key capabilities from the business perspective that you need to secure. And I remember from my time in the bank that we need to secure the salaries, and then we need to make sure that you can actually buy the needed goods like groceries from the shops. And then from the bank perspective, you need to think what are the key elements to actually secure these capabilities. And you can split that into three areas. One is the channel side. How do you actually receive the payments or the money from the corporates? Then it's how do you actually manage the balances on the accounts internally, and then you have the interbank connectivity as the third area.
Right. Okay. All right. That's interesting. So my final question then is focusing on Tietoevry. Where do you come in and where do you help?
Yes. So we are providing services for all these three key areas for the banks, and then if we take some perspectives on what we are doing and how we are helping our clients in terms of the three capabilities. So for instance, on the channel side, we are helping customers to actually have contingency channels, and we are talking about that in the Nordic arena. For instance, how can we actually secure that corporates are able to send their payments in. Then we also have capabilities for securing the critical payment accounts and that they are running. For instance, we can shadow the key accounts and ensure that banks are able to make payments out of these key accounts. And then on the kind of interbank connectivity area, it's actually interesting. It's not so much about duplicating that space, but you can also think about how to have a duplication for that capability. For instance, in addition to Swift, how you can use CRNet in addition.
All right, okay, thank you very much. It's interesting to hear what you're doing at Tietoevry. It sounds like you're busy at work. But Jarkko, thank you so much for sharing your insights today. I'll let you get back to the event. It's day 2, but there's still a lot to learn and listen to. Thank you very much.
Thank you.